Okay, I've got a question. What does a mystery red invitation, the Blue Note Trio, and a really bad Blake Shelton song have in common?
Well, somehow, believe it or not, they are all key plot points in a 2020 Hallmark film, Time for Us to Come Home for Christmas. And we've got a lot to talk about, Jennifer.
We do, Josh. We will unwrap it all in this episode of Do You Watch What I Watch?
Sit down and watch, then have a talk with Jennifer and Josh.
Okay, so this was a Hallmark Movies and Mysteries joint back when that was a thing. And today we are lucky enough to have friend of the pod, Leslie Ann, with us. Hi, Leslie Ann.
Hi, Jennifer and Josh.
So
Okay,
good
now
to
you
see
recommended, yes, you recommended this movie, and we want to know, what is your history with Hallmark movies?
I think I've just always been a fan of them. My mother loves Hallmark movies. My godmother loved Hallmark movies. And, the ornaments, the Christmas paper, all the things. It's just like it can't even be a holiday without watching the movies.
you. I love that.
I love
I love
that.
that.
Yes. Okay, so
Yeah.
this was one of many Time to Come Home for Christmas movies. So it's based on a book and, like I said, based on a song by Blake Shelton. And they're no way related to each other. We've talked about Time for Him to Come Home on the podcast, but there was also
Mhm.
Time for Me to Come Home, Time for You to Come Home, this is Time for Us to Come Home, Time for Them to Come Home, and Time for Her to Come Home. Leslie Ann, have you seen any of the rest of them?
Yeah, I think I saw this one first, and then I thought, oh, I love a series, whether it's a TV show or a book or whatever. So I'm going to try the other ones. And I actually just noticed when watching Time for Us to Come Home, rewatching in preparation for this, that the the book that it's based on, which is based on the Blake Shelton song, which you mentioned, is written by Blake Shelton's mother. Yeah.
There you
Look at you doing
go.
your
That is a
research,
sweet connection.
Leslie.
We love
Well,
that.
I noticed it said it was like based on the book, and I've listened. I like to listen to audiobooks, and so I've listened to some of the Debbie Maycomer books, or the other Hallmark books, and so I was like, let me look into this, and then it was like Blake Shelton's mom. So
There you
Well,
go.
who knew?
who
Because
knew?
I think,
And
isn't he labeled
before-
as an executive producer on these, I think?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
truth be told, I did not know it was the same. I just thought, oh, that's so wild that there's like two people in the entertainment business named Blake Shelton. I
One and the
didn't know
same.
it was the same
Yeah.
person.
Well, because he's not in it, and I doubt
Right.
he was on set like
doesn't
in a
seem very
director's chair or
Christmassy.
anything. No, yeah,
He's just
I'm
on The
curious.
Voice.
It's like when we talked about that Mariah Carey movie, and like, how much was she on set, like producing and directing? You
Yeah.
know, these are questions I have, but neither here nor there.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Josh, give us the synopsis. Let's get into this.
Well, I will in a second, but first, can we just
Oh.
pause and discuss that Leslie Ann is wearing a beautiful Christmas brooch? She's got a little
She
pin on.
is.
And we need the
is.
story about the tree that we also see here. Yeah, what's going on with that?
It was my grandmother's,
I love
and
it.
she was from Fort Valley, Georgia. She was the youngest of 7, and she had a cousin named Gladys who retired to Florida. And Florida is apparently a real hobby and type of place where you make these Christmas trees in a cloche, and they're personalized. And so this one was made with my grandmother's home decor colors in mind. So we've got the peach and the gold.
I love
Oh
it.
my
And then
gosh,
love it.
I'm obsessed.
little knickknacks under the tree. There's
Got
a
to.
nativity, but then like also my granddaddy was a golf pro, so there's like a set of golf clubs under there and a piano because they were in the choir, and like just little touches of personality and memorabilia.
I love
I
that.
am obsessed with that. Can you like take a picture or
it.
something and we can put it on our socials? I want to make
Yeah.
sure
I would love
everybody
to.
sees it. I want to make sure everybody sees it. If
Apparently,
you're
I
just
asked
listening,
my
go to our
grandmother.
YouTube channel.
My grandmother said when I was a little girl that I was like, Mimi, when you go to heaven, can I have your tree?
Oh, I love that.
So morbid.
Mimi, dibs.
So
I'm
morbid.
laying dibs on the
Dibs, Mimi.
tree. There's an episode
Awful.
of Gilmore Girls where the grandma gives them Post-it notes and is like, go around the house, and if you see something you want, put a sticky on it. And they're like,
I needed
"This
a
is lot."
Post-it.
Yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
Hey, it worked. I would
So
have laid
Anyway,
dibs on that tree too. It's so cute. Okay.
that's awesome. All right, so here is the plot summary. And if you're new to the podcast, what we like to do is just give you a real high level look, like we're a flyover, just to kind of give you a sense of where we're going to go. Jennifer's leading the deep dive on this one, so here you go. 5 guests are mysteriously invited to an inn to celebrate Christmas. With the help of the owner, Ben, Sarah discovers that an event from the past may connect them and change their lives forever.
Okay, so we open to a snowy New York scene, and lawyer Lacey Chabert, arguably the queen of Christmas. Her name's Sarah in this movie, and she's telling a townie that the good news is the property owner cannot raise his rent. She's had a rough few months because, of course, she recently lost her mom. Because, of course, she did. Because I don't know, Leslie, and if you've heard our theory that Hallmark must assume the deader the better because we always have grief at the holidays.
Always.
Always. The townie is so excited about this news, he gives her a Christmas tree. It turns out her mother was a lawyer too. So she, Sarah, has gone home to kind of take care of the estate and the affairs, and is taking over her mother's cases, wrapping up things, and selling her mom's house before she moves back to Seattle, where the big city law firm is maybe going to promote her, yada, yada, yada. She plans on having a nice, quiet Christmas until a piece of mail arrives at her mom's place, and a complimentary room has been reserved for her to spend Christmas with quote unquote us at the Snowfall Inn, December 19th through the 26th, which is a really nice amount of time. My goodness.
right?
Now, when she talked to her Seattle boss earlier, he said, take all the time you need. The firm is going to send you a little something just so you know, but also, like, when you're done grieving, come back because, we got work to do, right? So she just was like, oh, this is so nice of the firm to send me this. I laughed because the invite says RSVP, but there's no number, there's no email. Like, I don't, it was just like RSVP. You should
Yeah,
into the
you
ether
should.
RSVP.
Somehow, in your
Somehow
spirit,
do
just
it.
decide what you're doing. Yeah.
It felt
She
kind
puts
of
on a.
Hogwarts letter.
It did. Like, it should
It
have had
did,
one of
like a
those wax
Hogwarts.
seals on it. Yeah.
It had the big red envelope, and it was like, send us your owl.
Yeah.
Well, the weird thing is the red envelope came in like a gigantic brown, you know, it looked like, when we were in elementary school and you'd have your new textbooks and you would take a grocery bag and you would make a book cover from it. It looked like it was wrapped up in that kind of a thing. It was just a little weird choice for me. I think it was trying to go for that Hogwarts kind of invite feel for sure.
Maybe was it
Mysterious.
certified mail? It was like certified mail and Hogwarts
Could be.
inside. Because
Yeah.
whoever sent it, the firm or whoever had to make sure it got there, I guess. I don't know. So Sarah puts on a Christmas vinyl, and it's a version of the Blake Shelton song that appears in all of these movies, but it's sung by somebody else. So more to come on that later. Next day, she's driving to the inn. She leaves her boss a voicemail thanking him for this gift, and she's in the parking lot. She helps a woman named Karen inside with her luggage. So we're meeting guys, in like the first 12 minutes, we're meeting a lot of people. For some reason, I always get suckered into leading the deep dive on the movies that have 8,000 characters. I love an ensemble movie. I'm probably going to mess up the names. I'm just going to tell you that right now. But so far, we've got Sarah and Karen. Oop, and I hit my microphone. So she's helping Karen inside this inn. Gorgeous. 10 out of 10 for this inn. Loved the
10 out
Christmas
of 10.
vibes. It had some modern lighting. I enjoyed that. It looked like the lighting, or not lighting, the inn. I meant to look it up. There was an Alicia Witt movie where she is going to be a book writer and she stays at an inn for a retreat. I need to look it up. I think it's the same inn, but neither here nor there. I'll post on socials if I get to the bottom of that.
Tidbit.
Should have looked at it ahead of time. Yeah. A tidbit that goes nowhere. You're welcome. So they go inside, and the front desk lady is like, "You look familiar." Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. We meet Ben, the inn owner, played by Steve Huszar, and he hands her a Christmas Carol book to read because she's like, "Well, I've read it." He's like, "Actually, most people have never actually read it, even though they think they have. They've just heard the story. No one's actually read the novel itself." Have y'all ever read this book?
No, I haven't. Have you, Leslie Ann?
I think we did in school, but like Ooh, tough
Yeah,
read.
it is a tough read. Not exactly a
I
relaxing, hey, enjoy yourself while you're here for a
No.
week having some downtime. Yeah.
No.
I got slain in the Christmas spirit a few seasons ago, and I'm an audiobook girl, and I downloaded it on Audible, not an ad, and I was like, I'm just gonna be so cultured, and I got like one chapter in, and it was a little much for me and my simpleton. If
Dickens
I'm
doesn't
doing an
just hit.
audiobook,
No.
Dickens didn't
Mm-mm.
flow the way I wanted it to. I'm more of like a Muppet Christmas Carol girl than like true Dickens. I found
Preach.
that out about myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
The more you
anyways,
know.
and yeah, and then this goes nowhere. Did she ever finish it? Because I
No.
thought in the end she would be like, "Thank you for making me read this." It just nope.
Nowhere.
Merry Christmas,
sure-
one and all.
Yeah, I'm sure she got through it. She was like, "Yeah, forget that.
Right.
I'll talk to the haughty inn owner, but I'm not reading this stupid book. This is a mouthful. I only have 7 glorious days in an inn. I don't have time." Oh my gosh. Okay, so Ben's sister checks into the inn. I didn't write her name down. A guitar man named Jasper checks in, and he is across the hall from Sarah. He's staying here as a gift from his wife, but of course, he says it heavy-handedly, so there's more to the story there that we'll get into. We glean that Ben is running from something by purchasing this inn his family grew up coming to every year, but we aren't sure what it is yet. And I wrote, it's 11 minutes in and there are too many people and too much groundwork being laid. I wrote it in all caps. And I went, darn you, Leslie Ann.
They are really
Curses to
throwing
you.
so much at you this early. I am 100% with you. Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh. Okay, so Sarah and Ben have a sentimental chat. Sarah then gets a voicemail from her boss saying, "Hey, glad you're getting away, but we didn't send you to an inn. Have fun, I guess." And Ben tries to look up who made the invite, and they get nowhere. Now, at this point, I think I would have hightailed it out. I would be like, "Nope, I'm in a murder inn.
Right?
Somebody's gonna murder
So-
me."
Here's my question. What do we think her company actually did send her if it wasn't this trip to New York?
Right? Why didn't
personally
they
think-
tell her?
I think it was personally probably some sad Harry and David gift basket that's
I was
rotting
like,
outside
the
of her
fruit's
apartment.
already rotten.
For
That's
sure.
what's happening. Merry
Or somebody's
Christmas.
taken it by now. In New York, somebody's taken it and had a feast,
Oh, for sure.
probably. Or at least some raccoons are
rats.
nibbling on
Yeah.
it. Yeah, rats and raccoons
Probably
are
like
just
a
having a big old
Pepperidge
holiday.
Farm, like a smoked sausage
Yeah.
and cheese
Yeah, they're lawyers.
Gouda
It's
basket.
probably elevated. It's an elevated version, like the nicest one you can get.
Yeah, the
'Cause they
Dean
want
and
her to come
DeLuca,
back.
probably. Yeah,
Mm.
something like
Oh,
that.
I don't even know
Mhm.
what you just said. Gesundheit. Who is that? Dean and DeLuca?
Dean and DeLuca. Are you familiar with Dean and DeLuca,
I
Leslie?
am. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's another beautiful catalog.
It's like a gourmet food thing. Yeah. It's very
Gourmet.
hoity-toity. Yeah.
Posh.
Okay, well, I know what I
Listen-
want for Christmas.
Listen, Jennifer, Leslie Ann and I are just trying to elevate the podcast here. I don't know what you're doing.
I know. You're the luxury brand of the podcast. I'm over here
Brought
like
to you by Bergdorf Goodman.
I am the Target, you are the Walmart.
Yeah. Don't sleep on Walmart. I'll take an Aldi
Listen.
and that's
No.
good. I got nothing to put
Any
on
day of
with
the
it.
week. Any day of the week.
All right, we meet more people. So we got an overeager dad and his teen daughter. I didn't even hear their names until the end, so I did write it down at the end. But from now on, I'm basically calling them dad and daughter. Dad and mom are divorced. Teen daughter's like way into her phone. She's not interested in being here. Teenage drama. Jasper, the guitar guy, talks to Ben, the inn owner, and shows him an old pic of his wife on their first date at Coney Island that he just so happened to carry around with him at all times. I don't carry around photos at all, but like hard copy. Maybe I should, so I could have a talking point with people, but
Just in case.
Ben notices that Jasper has the same red letter that Sarah had. Okay. Sarah asked Jasper about the reservation. He is insistent that his wife made the resi and is kind of offended about it. And that's a little awkward. Later, he comes around to the idea that maybe it's connected to his late wife, and his late wife didn't arrange it. Oh, yeah, because his wife is dead, as we figured. They all load up and go to a van to a Christmas tree farm and have s'mores and merriment. I liked this. I like the merriment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Josh didn't.
Believable? But I mean, I love the merriment. Don't get me wrong, but I'm gotta wonder, like, is this believable? I mean, like, okay, so we're gonna wind up at this hotel that's really more like an Airbnb, not an Airbnb, like a bed and breakfast kind of situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're all just gonna
Mm-hmm.
hop in this van together and go. I don't know.
I
I'm
mean, I can
suspending
tell
some
you one
reality
thing.
here.
If I got a red letter and figured out I don't know who got me the reservation, I'm not getting in a van.
It's
Yeah.
probably a
Not
good idea.
happening.
Yeah.
Normal Jennifer, lawyer firm sponsored Jennifer would have. Mystery invite Jennifer would say, nay, nay, I will stay at the brick and mortar. Thank you very much. No, thank you. Not getting in your white van, Ben, if that's your real name. All right. So then it turns into a murder mystery.
Now we're on Lifetime.
Now we're on Lifetime. We've jumped ship. All right, so the dad-daughter subplot makes me sad because he's trying so hard to
He's
like
trying
help
so
her have a good
hard.
holiday, and she's just shooting him down left and right, and it bums me out. Karen, remember Karen from the beginning who couldn't carry her luggage? Turns out she has a red card too, and she just assumes that she won a contest.
That was the
Sweepstakes.
weird one for me.
Yeah,
Like,
and
who's
she
throwing business cards in fish bowls anymore? I don't know.
well,
Even
actually,
in 2019 or 2020.
I did at a
You
work event a
did?
couple weeks ago. I won some free light bulbs.
Oh, yeah. But not like at the, Chick-fil-A or
It
whatever.
kind of reminded me,
Yeah.
when you're at the mall and occasionally they'll have just like that sad plastic box on a kiosk that's like,
Yes.
enter here to win a Caribbean vacation.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Was it that kind of a scenario? I don't
Right.
know. It just, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Karen just thought she won, and that's all she needs to know. She's not going to think any more about it. Okay.
She wasn't worried about her
So,
personal safety.
No.
yeah, no, Karen's throwing caution to the wind.
Yeah.
So Karen's having a happy time, and then this fella, another character, Ted Roberts, shows up, who sounds like a news anchor with that name, but Karen
Mhm.
is taken aback. Turns out Karen and Ted dated back in the day, like in college. Is that what it was? Or around college times
Mhm.
ish. Is it storming where one of you are?
It is storming here. Both Leslie Ann and I are in Cool Spring.
Yeah.
So, listener, you might be hearing some thunder in the background. Those are not special effects that we're throwing in just for dramatic effect. There was, in fact, no thunder in this movie, but we're just,
No.
in the middle of a storm. We're going with it.
Okay. No, that's fine. I was like, what is happening? Okay.
Mhm.
So the dad and daughter, turns out they had a red card too, and they thought that dad's brother arranged it. Nobody asked questions. They're just like, yeah, nobody in my life likes me enough to gift me anything. Where I
And
would be like, you
furthermore,
know what? It was probably so and so. They are just that kind that they would probably send me on a 7-day trip to an inn.
well,
I
and that's what I'm going to
wish.
say. Do any of you two ladies have the kind of life where if you got this mysterious invite to an inn for 7 nights, do you have the kind of life where you could just pick it up and go on a whim?
No,
After I
I
figured
can't get away
out
for
that it
7
wasn't
minutes.
Murder Christmas, maybe I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah,
But I
make it
need to
Okay.
happen.
confirm
Yeah.
it's not Murder Christmas.
Yeah,
I gotta
exactly.
Yeah.
And
confirm.
just, yeah.
I would ask some more
I have
questions.
questions. Yes,
Now, I
exactly.
do think Sarah was the most justified in thinking it was a gift because she knew a gift was coming her way. So
Yeah.
that I don't fault her.
Yeah.
All these other yahoos are just like, yeah, it was probably whoever. Oh well, we'll take him up on it. Did you not thank him? Like, did you not question? Like, I don't know, but here we are. Sarah and Ben flirt while playing chess, and it is Christmas chess, which I did appreciate. The little pieces were Christmas characters. I liked that.
They were huge. They were like huge pieces.
Big honking
King me.
Christmas of chess
Go.
pieces.
King me. Yeah. Giant. That was a visual joke that doesn't make sense on a podcast. Okay, moving right along. They look at old photos on the wall, and Sarah sees a picture of her pregnant mother at the inn. And they realize that then the local postmark is on all of the red envelopes. So we're trying to weave all this together. Something is afoot, something is drawing them all here. Meanwhile, Jasper, and it feels like I'm jumping around a lot because this movie jumps around a lot. Jasper teaches the daughter from the father-daughter duo how to finish playing the first Noel on the piano, which is very cute and sweet. Turns out she likes music. The dad's jazz. He's like, I can play guitar. We can get into music together. So they found a way to bond over that. Jasper's helping them. I like Jasper a lot. I thought he was a very sweet character. They all get together and they're going to decorate the inn's tree with custom ornaments of their favorite Christmas memories. Sarah asks if they just happen to have the Blue Note Trio Christmas album. And what do you know? They do, and they throw it on, and all these people know this song. I wonder why. Turns out Jasper was in the Blue Note Trio. It was his band. Dun, dun, dun. What did you all think about this reveal?
It's a good reveal. I like jazz music to begin with, and so I liked that kind of an element to it. What did you think, Leslie Ann?
I liked it too, and I liked the jazzier version of this song than the original country version. Yeah, I thought it was really cute and like just a little kind of wink to Sarah's character with her emotional ties to that record.
Yes, I liked this a lot. So Sarah talks a bit about how she missed Christmas last year because of work, and of course, her mom died right after, so she's kind of grappling with that. They then uncover a full group photo that was taken when her mom was pregnant at the end back in the day, and it had Jasper's wife, Sarah's parents, Karen and Ted in their younger years, and the dad was a young boy who had been there with his grandparents. They were all at the inn at the same time. Then Sarah talks to Jasper. It turns out Sarah's parents drove Jasper's wife 6 hours to get Jasper's wife to his concert back in the day because there was a big snowstorm or something. His wife's name, what was it? Sarah. It was Sarah.
Sarah.
It was Sarah.
I loved that. I loved that. I
That's
did
probably
think
my
it was a
favorite part.
little unbelievable that Sarah's mom hadn't shared with Sarah where her name came from before.
Well
But
It
said.
should have come up.
I
It should have come
loved
up.
but I loved that she was named after Jasper's wife.
Yeah.
Same here. I just
I
thought it
thought
was
that
a
was a
nice
really
sort
sweet
of
scene.
tucked in detail, you know, and a
Mhm.
good reveal too.
Mhm.
Well, Sarah's still on the mystery hunt, though, because there's a mystery man in this photo that has not popped up yet. And maybe he's the one that brought them all together, right? So Sarah goes shopping with Karen for a Christmas party outfit and gets this beautiful dress that's one shoulder. And I'll tell you what, hot take, Lacey Chabert has the nicest shoulders on the Hallmark Channel because she wears these off-the-shoulder dresses, off-the-shoulder sweaters. I've seen it in like all of her movies, and they always look great on her.
So pretty.
I just want to say
It's
it. How do
funny you say
say
that. She has this scene in this movie where she has this sweater. It's a white sweater that's like an off the shoulder. And they obviously shot it in two different parts because my wife noticed that in one part, it's like way down the shoulder. Like it's very, maybe a little too far down the shoulder. And then in the next scene, the next part of the scene, it's like a little up. Like clearly someone was like, let's pull it up, girl.
Yeah. Well, that's how it goes wearing off-the-shoulder things, though. I've tried in the past, and I just become
Is
annoyed
it?
pulling
Yeah.
and like, yeah, you just, and
See,
if
I
it's
don't have
not
a lot of
totally off,
experience
then
with off the shoulder. Yeah.
I,
Might have
Or
to
it's
it
give
a
it a
big
like
go.
rides
commitment.
up.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
And then you're like, what am
That's
I doing
weird.
here? Now it's a
Yeah.
cowl neck, and that's not good. Yeah. So it's a lot of trouble, but Lacey Chabert nails it. Okay. All
Nails
the
it.
Come
props to her.
come for the recap and review, stay for the discussion about off-the-shoulder garments.
Yes.
That's what we're giving you.
Because clearly I am the queen of fashion in my green t-shirt.
High fashion.
So,
High
high fashion.
We
High
should
fashion.
do an off-the-shoulder Christmas t-shirt for merch.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a
We
take.
have been
Classy.
discussing doing some merch. We might do some merch, but I don't know what we would put on it. Off the shoulder, off the rails is what it's really more like.
It comes with
That's-
instructions on where the off the shoulder goes
Yeah,
to be
where the
Hallmark
limit is.
appropriate.
Hallmark
Yes.
appropriate.
Now, Great American Family, it would be total turtleneck.
Total turtle.
You can't show anything.
Lifetime would be a tube top.
Way down here.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh
Ay,
my
ay, ay.
gosh. Okay. But yeah, we need to make a graphic for that. I'll work on it in my free time.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jasper lends the dad a guitar. He bonds with his daughter. I said that. Okay. That night, Karen and Ted link arms and walk and talk to the town tree lighting. Sarah and Ben figure out who the mystery man was, and someone with his last name has a bakery in town. So Sarah and Karen go to the bakery to talk to this relative, and she's like, "Oh yeah, well I'm not going to give you his contact info, but he'll be at the Christmas party. Don't worry." I'm like, could you not just give me his number and I could shoot him a text? No, I guess not. She was too busy baking things.
Mm.
But Sarah and Ben are clearly falling for one another, but Sarah's going to go back home after the holidays, so they're both putting walls up. Ben's talking to his sister. He's like, "I don't know what to do, blah, 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 blah." Dad and daughter nailed down their Christmas music with some help from Jasper, and they're going to perform at the Christmas party, which is supposed to be just top notch. Nobody misses it, right? Formal affair. Jasper's like, "No, thank you. I'm not ready to join in the band." Okay, he's not ready to get back on stage yet. The team, all throughout, Ben, Ben, yes, Ben, the inn owner, is stressed out because he's got too much to do, although he has plenty of time to date Lacey Chabert and play chess with her. But other than that, very, very busy maintenance inn owner, big boy. And he also let his front desk worker have time off at the holidays, so he's doing that too. Ben's not the best businessman, but anyways, he's stressed out. He's got to make gingerbread for this Christmas party. That's okay. Sarah gets the whole gang together, and they have a baking montage to make the gingerbread. Josh, I'm coming to you first. You love a baking montage. How did this one
This is true.
fare?
It's good. It's good. We get merriment, we get great music. The technique looks good, and they didn't do that thing where they're playing with ingredients in a flirty way. I'm kind of over that in a baking
Yeah.
montage. Yeah. If I see one more, let me brush this little flour off your cheek thing, like, come on. Come on. Stop it. Just stop it. No, I
You want
liked
a
it.
serious baking montage. Nope, this is
Yes.
not a flirt zone.
Stay true to the craft.
Cut to a church, I guess. Is this on in property or is this a local
The
church?
explanation was cut.
It's like a sanctuary with lots of candles, and they're like Jasper and Sarah are lighting candles for their lost loved ones, and they're talking about missing them at the holidays. But where is this? I don't know. That's not
It
felt
was
a
not
little
on
out
the
of place to me.
itinerary of funsies. It was not.
It was not. They snuck away coincidentally to the same dark church to light some
At the
candles.
same
I don't know.
time. Yeah.
It felt a little weird to me, but okay. Sarah gets a call from an older woman who needs her help, seemingly immediately, so she doesn't get evicted. And she said, "So and so told me about you and how you'll help people." And Sarah's like, "Sorry, I'm moving back to Seattle, but I'll connect you with someone after the holidays." And the
And she
lady's
has
like,
to
"Great."
she asked a very legal question to try to gauge, like, how much time do we have here? Is this something I need to handle right now? And it turns out it wasn't. So she's like, "Deuces, have a great Christmas."
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
Mystery
Good luck,
end.
God bless. Yes.
I'm breaking into churches and making gingerbread. I don't have time for your real
Right.
estate issues.
Your
But this leads
eviction
Sarah.
challenge.
Yeah, sorry, you're getting evicted. Sarah's like, "Oh, I don't know. Do I need to stay? Maybe this is the type of law I need to be doing, not the lackluster law that I was doing in Seattle in the big city, because you can't have heart in the city. You can only have heart in small towns. Everybody knows that.
Nope.
Small towns
Yep.
like New
Mm-hmm.
York."
Yep. Right.
All right. It's time for the big inn party. This party looked lame.
It was. And where was it? I know the inn hosted it, but what room were we in? The garage?
It
has
did
a
look really
stage.
industrial.
It was very, very reclaimed, and
Very
the
reclaimed.
dancing. Well, here, let's all dance real quick. It doesn't matter to what song. Just everybody dance real quick. This is what it was.
It was very...
like Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yes, that's right. It was very Charlie Brown Christmas. Everybody had their one move and just
Every
did that
extra,
over and over
all
again.
of like the 5 extras, because it was 2020, they're all really like wanting their moment. Now, let me tell you, having been an extra recently on a movie with a music scene.
Oh my gosh, here we
No,
go.
Were you an
Okay.
extra? We didn't know.
But yeah, funny you should ask. I was an extra in A Great All for Christmas. Well, I probably will be cut, though, because I was lip syncing, and then we got yelled at that we were not supposed to be lip syncing.
Darn.
I thought I was gonna be the best concert goer extra in the audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you were
You
so
knew the song.
enthusiastic about the song.
I
Yeah.
learned the
Mhm.
words to
Yeah.
a new song. I was really,
Oh my
giving
gosh.
it what for, and then they're like, "No, lip sync."
Extras, stop lip
So
syncing.
so, maybe it's not these extras' fault. Maybe they were dancing to something and it didn't get synced up properly, but they were not
Mhm.
on beat. I mean, it's just justice for the extras, but it was bad. It was real bad. They
Mhm.
are all dressed up so much to go stand in what is probably a musty smelling room, like a garage, with
Mhm.
5 people. It was
Mhm.
it was a choice.
Mhm.
And
Sad.
No,
It was
why
like,
sad.
do we have a
snacks?
party? No food, no snackies.
No snacks.
He spent all
Yeah,
his
it
money
was
on the
odd.
music. The band, I
Mhm.
think he was
Mhm.
excited to get the band up there that they used to have, but it wasn't like a fundraiser for the inn or anything, right? It was just
No, it was just a gift to the
just
community,
a
I think.
party, just
Yeah.
a party.
Well, and where were those gingerbread cookies that we worked so hard to make
Thank you.
with the peppermint icing that they were so specific about? I've never had
Which
gingerbread with peppermint. It feels like a lot, but
well, I
to
don't know,
each
I
his
think I
own.
could get down with it. I thought it was a cute little
Okay,
thing when he mentioned that, I was like, "Okay, I could try that out." But yeah, where
let's
were
try
they? They
it.
weren't there. Maybe the bakers gobbled them all up before the party. They were having so much fun. They're
Could
high
be.
on their own supply. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Lacey Chabert shows up looking like $1,000,000 in her off-the-shoulder
Mhm.
gown. Sarah and Ben slow dance, and she finds Peter Sanderson, who is the mystery guy, who I just think of Hocus Pocus with the Sanderson sisters, but that's neither here nor there. Um, he very abruptly says, "I didn't send invites. Have a good night," and, like, walks away.
So weird.
Rude!
Wasn't me. Bye.
Also, he was like, "My wife and I are out of town," and then he was there.
Yeah. They'd been
It
out
was
of
like the most
town.
bit parts of bit parts you could possibly have. They just needed to like put the period on that not being it really
Mhm.
quickly.
Mhm. We're
But
running
yeah,
out
he
of
was like,
time,
"I gotta
folks.
go to the other side of the room. There's nothing for you over there. There is no
Yeah.
snackies. I don't know where you
Not
think
a
you're going.
snacky.
Nobody's over there." All
No.
right.
You've seen
So we know
everybody
No.
who's here.
you're lying, Peter. If that's your real name, you're a liar. Okay. But they just got back from
Anywho.
Aruba or something, hadn't they? They had traveled.
Yeah,
It was-
yeah, but I was like, why was he staying at the inn if they live there? I don't like the math
he doesn't
wasn't
miss it. He
mathing.
never misses
As
this
we
party.
say, the math was not mathing. Yes.
Mm-mm. Ben tells Sarah this is the best Christmas of his life because of her, which seems like a
Wow.
very bold statement based on what we have seen in this movie. But hey, she's gonna go back to Seattle. She's confused. Then this lady Frenchie shows up at the party. Now, Frenchie used to own the inn. She did make an appearance earlier in the movie very quickly, so quickly I didn't even write it down, but she's back. And Karen's like eyeing her, right? Karen's like, she looks familiar to me. Well, she should, because guess what? It was Frenchie. Frenchie was the one who brought them all together. Frenchie took the picture, the group picture of them all, because nobody had thought, well, clearly somebody must have taken the picture. Who else was there? Frenchie had the inn. It wasn't doing well. A snowstorm blew through, ushered all these people to her inn, gave her inn business. It was delightful holiday, best Christmas of her life, I guess, and she kept it and ended up meeting her husband, and the rest was history because of this. And she wanted to thank all of these people for the impact they had in her life and give them a gift, especially Ben because he's taken over the inn, and wanted to recreate magic for him. Turns out Frenchie had stayed in contact with Sarah's mom over the years. And oh, by the way, Sarah's mom totally understood why she couldn't make it last Christmas, so Sarah doesn't have to feel guilty about that anymore. What did you all think about the Frenchie of it all? And did you see it coming?
I'll let Lizzie Ann go first.
Okay. I thought Frenchie was cute. She's like the fairy godmother of the story. She showed up earlier to make sure that Ben had the right Christmas decorations, which was hilarious to me. Like, I took these home. I didn't leave them here for you, but I need you to have them. But I thought it was really sweet how she valued that little community that was built that one little random time, and it tied all the stories together, and I thought it was really sweet. That's why I loved it, was Frenchie.
Liked Frenchie. I thought it was a great character, and I like how she sort of brought it all together and connected it to the past. But I wanted more Frenchie. I felt like,
Mhm.
why did we need to go this whole movie without Frenchie? I feel like she could have been there the whole time in some form or
Yeah.
fashion.
That's fair.
And then it would have been like, I think, even more satisfying reveal
Mhm.
at the end. Like we could have seen her
Mhm.
sort of working the relationships and making things happen for these
Mhm.
people all along the way, and then got why she was so invested at the end. So I thought it could have been more than it was.
Yeah, I like that.
I get that. All right, so we're wrapping it up. Kieran and Ted are gonna spend New Year's together. Dad and the daughter, names Cassidy and Owen, finally, I learned that, take the stage. They're gonna perform their song, and Jasper joins them. So it's like the Blue Note Trio 2.0 here. Sarah talks to Ben and wants him in her life, and he says, "Thank you."
Thank you.
And they go inside. I thought that was weird. But then they seemingly fall in love on the dance floor. And we fade to black.
It's time for Gold or Coal.
All right, it's time for our Gold or Coal segment. This is how we break it down. We've given you a lot of great content so far to go through the plot deep dive. Now we're going to tell you, bottom line, is it worth the watch? And so we're going to give some gifts here. If it's more gold in the total, time to come home. If there's more coal here, it's turn around and never come back. And so, guest of honor, Leslie Ann, we're going to start with you. What's your first gift tonight?
Okay, I think I'm gonna start with gold. And I'm going to give gold to the whole like invitation mystery, the little thread that, connects everybody together. I loved that part. I felt like it set this movie apart from others and thought it was really sweet.
You took one
Great.
of mine. I like that too. I believe sometimes these mysteries on Hallmark Mystery are not very mysterious. This one did have a mystery element that I was curious, like, and I didn't really know. I didn't think it was gonna be Frenchie. I didn't know who it was gonna be, but I didn't see that one coming. So
Right.
yeah, I agree. I will give some coal. Listen, I love an ensemble movie. I do. This one, there were so many people that I feel like I didn't really feel invested in any of the characters in particular because there were just so many and we just got such little time with all of them. So, I wanted more, you
Yeah,
know?
I could see
Yeah.
that. I'm going to start with a little bit of coal. The relationship here between the leads seemed a smidge too easy, breezy. Like, I I like it when we start off and there's some kind of conflict between the two of them that we have to work through, or there's a major personality gap that we had to kind of overcome here. Like, there was none of that. It was basically, she's a great person, he's a great person in their own right, and all of a sudden we're flirty and we're falling in love. Like, it was just like too easy. I felt like it could have been a little bit more. So,
They're hotties
coal
at
for
the
me.
holidays. What more do you
They
I
need?
are.
know. I
And she
know.
was looking for a guy formerly in finance, I mean, 6'5" blue eyes. I
I
don't
mean,
think he had
come
a trust
on.
fund, but
No. He does have an inn in upstate New
he's
York,
got
so I
an
mean,
in.
there's
Yeah.
that.
He's doing all right, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
seriously.
All right,
Mhm.
Leslie Ann, back to you.
Back to me. It's like a snake
Yes.
draft. Okay. So,
Yes.
I already mentioned this, but I really liked the jazzy version of the song. It just felt like really cozy and easy and a little timeless for it to have spanned, the generation. So that was my other gold.
Yes, I agree. I do not enjoy the Blake Shelton. I like country music. I usually don't like country
Mhm.
Christmas for some reason. Like that specific genre doesn't do it for me, but I realized I like the song so much more when it's not the Blake Shelton version. And hopefully Blake Shelton's not listening to our podcast because there goes
Right.
our partnership with Blake Shelton. But yeah, I agree. I I will give some gold. I liked Steve Huszar. I have not enjoyed him in the few movies I've seen him in. I liked him in this movie. I thought he was charming and he fit the lead role pretty well. I'll give him that.
Great. I will give some gold. This one oozes Christmas. I felt like it had the right decorations, the right moments, the right traditions, the right sort of things to kind of keep things moving. Granted, I don't know that they all sort of helped the plot move forward. It was all just kind of placed around Christmas, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it did give me some seasonal warm and fuzzies. And so it checks the box for me there. So gold.
Cute.
All right, your last gift.
I have one coal.
Oh, it's
And
okay.
Let's hear it.
It's a
It
safe
is-
place.
It is for the Christmas tree lighting, which we didn't really talk about much, but if you go back and look, the tree is already lit, and then they just put a spotlight on it, and that's the countdown, is a spotlight on the pre-lit tree.
Lame.
It hurt
I
my
didn't even
feelings.
notice that.
It hurt my feelings.
And there were like no children there. Like that was weird to me too. I was
Yeah.
like, why are all of these adults standing around a pre-lit tree that they're going to shine a spotlight on? Where are the children? I don't know.
It was 2020, Leslie, and the children were
Yeah,
quarantined, I guess.
that's fair. That's fair.
They weren't allowed to be
That's fair.
actors that year.
We weren't allowed to
It's
talk
probably
about
true.
it, but
No, not at all.
No.
but had to deal with it.
Yep.
Mm.
My gosh, that's so funny. I'm usually underwhelmed with the tree lighting. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But I mean,
that's too funny.
that one, yeah. But
That's
so
real bad.
was
I
that
didn't
a
even notice.
tie?
That's
We've got two more.
Oh, good.
yeah,
Oh,
we
good.
still yeah. I will give my last gift. I'm sorry, Leslie Ann. I know you love this movie. I found this movie to be terribly boring. I enjoyed our podcast recap of it more than watching the movie because it was just a lot of this person's talking and that person's talking, which is a podcast, to be fair.
Hmm.
I understand what I'm saying now, and I am pretty self-aware of it. Okay, I'm sorry. But there wasn't a lot of activity. Even like the tree lighting was a little lackluster. The baking montage was fine, but I don't know. It was a snooze fest for me. I'm sorry.
Offended? I'm not
I'm
offended.
sorry. It's
All right,
not
so the
you.
score, I'm keeping tabs here, and the score is presently 4-4. It is a tie, and I have the last gift, and I hate being in this position.
Oh. If it's
It's
a
all
tie,
right.
we just
It's all
call it a. Oh no, it won't be a tie. You have
Nah,
to break it. That's right.
Pre-Christmas.
Okay,
Yeah, I have to break it. Yeah. My last gift is unfortunately going to be coal. And here's why. It's the oopsie doodle of it all. There's just really no good oopsie doodle here. It's like she had this
Peter?
brush. What's that?
Is it Peter?
Peter's not the oopsie doodle here. I'm thinking like, where's the Lacey Chabert oopsie doodle here? Like, where's the, my career might be calling me to Seattle, or this woman has this emergency crisis. I thought that was going to be the oopsie doodle where she has this crisis about her whole career. Like there was nothing about her background that led her to this place and kind of grappling with her law career and how does it honor her mom and what does she do next and the whole 9 yards. Like that felt like unearthed territory here that really, I think, could have propelled her character forward a little bit. So I kind of wanted more in terms of her development. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Tried
Yeah,
to
they
do
didn't really
too
let
many
Lacey
things and
shine.
didn't get enough.
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't really let her have her moment. She kind of became one of the ensemble instead of like giving her standout scene like they usually would, I think. Maybe that was the intent, but yeah.
Yeah. So bottom line here, we had 5 pieces of coal, 4 pieces of gold on this one. We're going to say it's turn around and never come back. And granted, I don't know if it's that dramatic, because,
Yeah, that
5 to
feels,
4.
that feels like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was extreme.
Feels like a lot.
It's extreme.
We could tone that back maybe just a little bit. But, I think at the end of the day, for me, I wanted to feel holly and jolly when I watch a Christmas movie. And when this one was over, I was kind of like, okay. Like, I didn't really get, at the end of the day, like a warm and fuzzy. What about you guys?
I did. I had that song in my head.
No.
I I thought it was just cute, all the little people, but I totally recognize the lack of depth in all of the little storylines, but maybe I just filled in the blanks in my imagination or
And
something.
listen, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's part of the
Yeah.
beauty of all of this is it's like
Yeah.
you can almost write the stories for some of these characters yourself
Mhm.
if you want to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jennifer,
Sure.
I
what
wanna watch a
about
whole movie
you?
about Jasper. Give me more Jasper, please.
More
I
He
liked
Jasper,
was
him.
please. Yes.
darling.
Yeah.
I
Darling.
loved Jasper. Yeah.
Well, and I think
I
that's the
almost gave
thing
him
that's
some
really
love.
frustrating for me about this thing is that I think that there's potential with all of these storylines here, but it just none of them really got enough attention to really do, I think, what they were trying to do here. And
But
maybe
I
they
do
just ran
wonder
out
if
of
the
time.
2020 of it all, it was time and also, like, trying to socially distance, like, I'm sure they kind of didn't want everybody in every scene all at the same
That's
time,
a
I would
really good
assume.
point. Yeah.
That's why it was more like pockets of people, like Sarah and Karen, I know they were the only ladies, but my gosh, they were stuck together a lot, and they didn't have any, like, relationship or banter really, like, but it was always Sarah's with Karen. I would have liked Sarah with Jasper more, Sarah with the dad more,
Right.
like, intermingled a little bit more, but
Yeah.
it's still cute.
Yeah.
It is not a bad movie. It is not.
No,
I
not
went
at
into
all.
it thinking it was terrible. It is not a bad movie. I think it's one of the best time for Christmas
It
movies that I've
is.
seen, honestly. Yeah, it's a good one.
And we
It's
asked for
just,
feedback. Yeah. We asked for feedback on Instagram and Fantasyland News. Holly said, one of my favorites. I watch it often to fall asleep to. And Tina Zaza gave us her 3 smiling, happy love faces. We see that comment quite often from her
I love
and
when she does that. That's
appreciate
so sweet.
her weighing in.
Yeah.
Yes, it's her sort of endorsement there. So if you're not following us on Instagram, by the way, please be sure to do so. We are always gabbing about these kinds of movies and having a lot of other Christmas related fun. You can find us at Do You Watch What I Watch?
That's right. And if you missed it last week, we had Christmas aficionado on. We talked about the Christmas ornament. And then we also did a special breaking news podcast where Josh and I talked about the 5 movies of the new Countdown to Christmas lineup we're most excited about. Leslie Ann, which ones are you most excited about? Do you remember the names of them?
Uh, the Opry one.
Of
Um,
course, yes.
the new Jenna Claire, of course.
Yes. Newport. Was
Um,
that Newport
A Newport
Christmas?
Christmas.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Um, there were some others I can't remember the names,
Yeah.
but I had to go mark them all on my
Yes.
list.
Yes. It looks
Mhm.
like it'll be a fun season. So check out that
Mhm.
episode if you missed it. Special thanks as always to Nick Schwartz for our theme song. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Leslie Ann, for being here specifically. It was so fun.
Thank you
I
for
love your
having
setup.
me.
This is
Oh,
I met Leslie Ann, Josh, I think right after we had started the podcast
right
at an event,
before.
and
Oh
she said,
gosh.
"When can I be on?" And we barely talked, and I was
Listen.
like, "Yes, ma'am."
And
She was like, "No, thanks."
before we recorded, you said, "Oh, this is my first podcast. I'm really nervous." You're
Yeah.
a natural. You were
10
great
out
at
of
You're too
doing
10.
kind.
this.
You're
Yes.
too
10 out of
kind.
Yes.
10.
This was a lot
Even
of
though we
fun.
crapped on
Thank
your
you.
movie, we love you and are so grateful that you're here.
Well,
So
maybe we can
please,
do it again another time with a better
Yes. Would you
movie
please come back on
selection.
with us?
anytime,
mean,
anytime.
Yes.
You don't
Please.
even
And
have to
so
ask.
before we go, Leslie, we know that you're involved with a couple of local charities. We'd love to hear more about what you're spending your free time doing and championing.
First of all, thank you for having me again, and thank you for letting me talk about this because it's important to me and my family. My my family has been involved with the Ronald McDonald House since we got one here in Nashville. And so that's been really important to my dad and my mother. They were both board members. I was a board member. I've passed it on to my niece. She's now on the associate board. And for those who don't know, the Ronald McDonald House provides a home away from home for families whose children are being treated at one of our local hospitals, and they live more than 50 miles away from the hospital. So they have somewhere to be so they can be close to their kid. And it's just a real gift that we have such great hospitals here in Nashville, but we got a lot of friends and neighbors who have to travel quite a ways to be here. So it's just a really important part of our community. And so
Mm.
that's been a really long time charity that we've supported. And then I'm also involved through my church with a home for girls in San Pedro Sula, Honduras. It's called Our Little Roses, and I've been going there for almost 10 years now. And painting nails and playing games and doing crafts and singing songs with the girls who live at the home there. And their big push is just educating young women so that they can grow up to be great women and great in their community there. So it's both really important. Yeah, thank
Great.
you.
Well, make
Thank
sure you
you.
send us links, and we'll put links on
Yeah.
She
our
did.
episode with
Yep.
all of those sorts of things if people want to
Thank
find out
you.
more
Yeah,
information.
and
But
being I was a
again,
NICU mom for 2 months, and like you said, I
Were
mean,
experience.
we lived close to where she was
Right.
downtown, so we could just go home at night, but I did think all the time,
Yes.
if you didn't have that as an option.
Right.
We had to spend the night one night in the hospital because of a procedure she was doing, and, like, they had a few rooms in the hospital, but it was literally just, like, walls and a bed, like, that was all there was room for, so having a place to go like Ronald McDonald to kind of breathe and get away and feel normal again, get outside of those walls of the hospital, it's such a huge
Wash your
blessing, so
laundry. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, and
eat at
just
a table.
yes, yes, and get
Yeah.
away from the beeps for a few minutes, knowing that
Yes.
they're taken care of and
Yes.
they're in good hands, that's huge, that's such a
Yeah.
gift, so
Yeah.
thank you for doing that
Yeah.
to you and
Well,
your
thank
family, that's
you.
awesome.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. All right. So next time we're going to be talking about Hallmark's Next Stop Christmas. And here's the plot summary. Angie is determined to spend Christmas alone, but her usual commuter train ride turns into a Christmas train that drops her off in her hometown in 2011. So some time travel is afoot. We're going to have much to discuss on our next episode. But until then,
May your days be merry and bright, we'll see you next time.